Did that split. Yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me. Now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene. The ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in the even blood across the...
Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Buffalo Bills. Again, everyone, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills,
Jalen Richard.
They were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
First carry. 7-yard line.
28, Josh Jacobs.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brought down.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down there, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Carr. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Nice catch there by Tyrell Williams, who got off to a hot start. Heck, I'd call it a blazing start in 2019, scoring a touchdown each of his first 5 games. And he has history as a big-time receiver as well. 1,000 yards receiving for the Chargers back in 2016.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Celebrating the guys who just gave up that play.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down. at the 43-yard line.
Throwing on second and long. Carr. And a slant held in by Ruggs. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 25-yard line. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 16.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
Bills nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Well, the Bills make their way out, led by their 3rd-year quarterback from Wyoming. At 24 years of age, it's Josh Allen.
Well, what do we ask about players in this league? We ask them to improve from year to year, and Josh Allen did exactly that from his rookie year to year number 2. Doubled his touchdown passes from 10 to 20. One of the better running in his first 2 seasons. This guy gets better and better and absolutely loves the game of football.
They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. Reception here by Ruggs. And all the way down to the 27. A big play that time for the Raiders. 49 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 27. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle.
Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler in 2019, in on the stop.
At the Bills' 27.
On 2nd down now. It's Jacobs. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, perfect example as he gets the first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, they're working on it for a little bit. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Well, he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And the 1st drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that 1st drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the 1st one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good start.
All but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
TJ Yeldon.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. First line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A 1st carry for the 2nd-year running back. It's Devin Singletary. Carl Nassib there on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. From the gun, it's Allen. It's hauled by Lee Smith. And And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
And
that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Quick slant to Brown. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
To John Brown.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
A gain of 9.
Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Bills.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A gain of 6 there on first. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10.
At the 10-yard line.
Now Allen again. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. On the ground, Geis. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown.
Darius Geis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills draw a bit closer.
Adam Vinatieri.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
And the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect. I admire the effort.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles where he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He finds his target, John Brown. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got a man, it's Brown. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Operating from the red zone now. Allen looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That one was intended.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They would try to go to Brown once again, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Gary on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Vinatieri's kick is good, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the 2nd quarter. Cam Newton's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we'll head east to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. 24-7, the final. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. 31-28, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
To kick off for Las Vegas.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken about a yard deep. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he gets his this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackler miss, whether he was in the hole or on the perimeter. I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Yard line, second and 11. On play action, Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Allen on third. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack. And this time he got caught.
That one complete to Yeldon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff down to Yeldon. And a short gain down to about the 33.
T.J. Yeldon.
Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Corey Littleton.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 33.
Now Allen. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Complete to T.J.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground now with Yeldon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Ball carrier.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Buffalo.
They run here with Singletary. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it'll be Singletary. And he stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short of the goal line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Darius Geis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Jalen Richard now on the... And he loses the football a 2nd time. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. Let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And the lead is up to 14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Here comes Richard on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Raiders take over first and...
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays. That big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Carr to throw on second down. And he's got the hook up to Rose. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Shotgun now for Carr. They'll find Williams on the slant. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards. On
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Bills' 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line.
Good for a Las Vegas.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered in the first step in their comeback attempt.
He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
17. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. It's complete to Diggs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
33-yard line.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
The ball carrier.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run some clock with Yeldon. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to get the ball and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Carr and the Raiders now down 24-17. A little under 2.5 to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Reception here by Rhodes. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going to let it fly. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
It's now 2nd.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Carr. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now Carr. Incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down.
On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down. Where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
42-yard line.
They go right back to Singletary. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken in at the 11. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. They got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete as the clock will stop at 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw his Carr. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Henry runs the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, now Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
So now this. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Yeah, here come the Bills. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. No gain on the play there. Second down.
The line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
First throw of overtime for Allen. And the grab by Croft. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. And this one caught by Beasley. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. The Bills send the punter out. On for a very important punt here in overtime. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense ready to go. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2.
2nd and 6.
What can Carr do now with his drive? Fighting through. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Trent Murphy. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. On play action, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone.
He's into the end zone for a touchdown and a game winner in OT. Some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Las Vegas, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.